Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
It's all in the wrist. Double sixes. Fancy that?
Just the wrist, just all in the wrist, buddy. That one.
Groovy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, adventurers and legends, the stream is about to begin, and ELFSAR's wrist is ready.
Welcome. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey. What? There. We got it working. All right. All right. Technical problems. Plague my stream. My goodness. It never fails. Oh my gosh. Hell, there, heroes, legends, and lovers of the dark. Earlier today, we laid down some a graphite foundation for Vecna. Now we commit. Tonight, we ink Vecna. That's right, black ink over pencil. Permanent decisions, stronger contrast, sharper shadows. This is still giveaway 269. You get one free entry per platform. Entries carry forward until the drawing is complete, and then we spin the wheel. We're protecting the wrists, right? That's why we took a big break. Now we're gonna crack at it. So let's get back into business. Get rid of this. Actually, I gotta put it where my dog doesn't get it, because he likes this. I guess because it smells like me. Oh my goodness. Okay. Right on, right on. Let's get going. Okay. Yeah. This is where the drawing lives or dies. All right. We'll crack into it. I'll show you guys what I'm going to be working with in terms of the ink. Coca. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you for the compliment. We're testing some things out. There's still some things that we still need to get sorted over here. Let me see if I can actually get that off there. All right, I'll put that off. Still testing out the cameras, seeing if we can get it going the right way. All right, let's head over to our art scene. Okay, welcome. All right, so what we're using right now is micro line pens. This is what we're going to be inking a majority with. It's going to be containing a brush pen, and I got to choose what they all come with, like, different thicknesses from basically 1 to 6. Different thickness of pens, so to speak. So So we're gonna crack into that. I think I'm gonna go with a thick and a thin. A 1 and a 6, I think, is the way we're gonna go. Awesome. All right, let's head to the drawing part. Get our overcam here. So I'll show you what we've done so far. This is Vecna, done in pencil. And we're going to start inking this bad boy. Let's get a little bit closer, maybe. That might be a good way to go. There we go. All right. What do I want to start with? Do I want to start with that, or do I want to start with a brush? Maybe we'll start with a brush. So, essentially what we got is a brush pen. Brush pens... I don't know if that's going to be in focus or not. It's got a light. You see the BR? That's the brush pen. Just Rev! Thank you for the comment drop, buddy. Are my alerts not popping at all? Oh, you know why? Because it's... Wait, no. That probably should have done a drop. Oh, only if it's a lemon, I think. I think that's the way it is. Still haven't figured out, like, what triggers what. No, that was a lemon. So why didn't it pop? I don't know. I don't understand DLive anymore. How you doing, Rev? I hope you're well. We're moved on to an inking stage for Vecna. We're just going to get right in here. Oh, boy. So the inking is definitely going to pop things out, for sure, for us. The pencils are a guide, but they're not necessarily a rule. Happy to see me back at it. Oh, thank you. It's you know, it's going to take a bit for me to get back into practice, of course. But should be fun. I just have to do shorter streams now. That's all. I'm taking mandatory breaks. Mandatory breaks. I can't even talk. My goodness. Getting in here, doing some inking. Rev, did you end up going live with Sea of Thieves? I apologize. I was dealing with OBS issues. Oh man, my stream earlier today. OBS crashed on me like 4 times. Very stressful. But in the end, managed to figure out what the problem and issue was. And it took about an hour and a half, but I ended up figuring it out. And we were able to go live. Tech department, I am not. But it is a giveaway, so if you'd like to enter the giveaway, of course, hit !time. And you'll be entered onto the wheel. I never really showed off the wheel either. Maybe I should do that. You guys don't know what the wheel I'm talking about. What the hell wheel am I talking about? I'm talking about this. This is a giveaway wheel. Once we collect enough names, we're going to put all those names on the wheel there. That's right there. We're going to spin it until we get down to one winner. That's right. It's an elimination wheel. And we will do that after the drawing is complete. However, it doesn't matter what stream you enter in. As soon as we're working on the drawing, it'll carry over to each stream, and you'll be added to the wheel. There's, of course, more ways to get on the wheel for supporting the channel. But for now, that's about it. Here we go. Okay. Let's we're also playing with a lot of different cameras. I've been collecting cameras over the last little while. There's been a lot of times people get rid of their old webcams and they sell them for dirt cheap. So I've been keeping my eye out for good deals, and some of these cameras I got for free, which was awesome. And I thought, you know what? I've got these cameras around, different quality cameras. I'll try and put them to good use. So we're going to try something new on the channel today. Right on. All right, Mr. Vecna. Nice and heavy under the brow. What I like with inking is, I mean, it really heightens, you know, and in comic book, it's very graphic, and I really love putting in the kind of the deepest darks first. Danny G, hail, welcome, good to see you. Hello. I hope you're doing well. This is the second stream we've done for this today. We first penciled Vecna here, and now we're doing some inking. Oh, thank you. I know it's been a while, but I was determined to not do it until it was kind of like, okay, significant rest was achieved. Let's go for it again. And now I just, you know, implementing a mandatory break by actually turning off the stream after a certain amount. Coca-Cola, how are you doing? Welcome. Are you into art streams? Are you familiar with Stranger Things? You mentioned you're streaming right now, so don't pay attention to me. Take care of your stream. And remember, numbers mean nothing. Interaction is key. All right. Cool. All right, let's I'm doing some dark shadows underneath the chin. I'm just going to pop that chin right out, I think, which is quite cool. Nice. I think it's going to look really good with some nice color. Yes, we will probably be coloring this drawing as well. The brush pen's quite nice because you can really get thick to thin just with a slight push, right? It's actually quite fun to use. So far it's so good. All right. Here we go. Working on these kind of vine-like things that are surrounding pulsating tentacle-like roots. Yeah, we're changing it up again, Danny. I'm trying to make a little bit more dynamic stuff to the art streams because, you know, sometimes people, you know, there's nothing going on, you know. At the same time, you'll always see the artwork here at the bottom, the very bottom there. You'll always see the artwork being worked on. However, we're changing the upper one just a little bit, you know, just trying to make it a little bit easier to see what's going on. Something I couldn't do before. But a lot of it is about trying to learn, and I'm trying to learn how to use the OBS a little bit better. And I have limitations on what I can stream, or how, like my internet is not great, and I gotta be careful how far I push things, right? So that's kind of what this stream has been doing. Has been, you know, the previous stream we had problems, but we, you know, made modifications and fixed it. So hopefully, you know, we'll get a nice balance. Especially for viewers with a short attention span. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. Like that. Move that over there. Nice. So I'm using different techniques with turning the pen. Sometimes can create a different kind of quality of line. want, things to look bumpy. There's times where you want a nice, thick, slick, thin line, and other times you want a little bit of weight behind it, right? Definitely provides different. I mean, that's what the inker's job is essentially on a comic book, is to make the image more clear, a lot more clarity, so that the viewer can really understand what's going on. Pop things out that are otherwise blend in. Sometimes, though, you get so involved in the inking that sometimes you end up doing the opposite. You put too much ink down and you blot everything out. All right, we've got that there going. Nice. Okay. Some of the work is going to have to be done with a smaller pen. But I'm just laying in some of the stuff that I can do with a little bit of line weight. Okay. My goodness, okay. How you been, Denny? It's been ages since I've streamed, so it's like I have no idea what's going on in your life. Hope things are well. I mean, I guess how are you dealing with the weather? It's getting colder, that is for sure. Boom. All right. The weather has been brutal, yes. Yes. We're although here it's a weird year for us here in Canada on the West Coast. We're getting a pretty mild winter in comparison to our previous year. I just think it's delayed. I think it's going to hit us hard in March. That's what I think. Every week they're predicting doom and gloom that the snow is coming. Snow is in the forecast for the weekend? Ah. Okay. I like this, the way this is looking. Provide a little bit more clarity there. These vines are going in and over each other. Hey, Elizabeth, good to see you. Welcome. We've started inking Vecna. Now you should be able to see things a little bit more clearly. Pencil stage tends to be hard to do on stream. At least for me. Long time no see for those that joined us at this morning. It was supposed to be this morning. It ended up being kind of closer to the afternoon because technical issues and all that. Those are things you can't predict. what's going to happen sometimes. Nice. Appreciate you guys hailing each other in chat. Much love. Elizabeth, you just got your groceries, didn't you? You guys got the delivery? Hopefully everything was accounted for. I know anytime I've ever done an online order, there's always something missing. I don't think I've ever gotten the order 100%, right? You think your mom got it all? You guys are lucky. That's awesome. All right. Some clarity to those vine stuff going on his cheek area. Yeah. Appreciate you guys being here, big time. As we work through the stream. Again, I just want to remind everybody that if you enter and type !time, you'll get in on this giveaway. If you've entered before, it does carry over. Nice. Slowly making our progress on this guy. Oh, wow. He delivered to the wrong address? Oh, my goodness. Yikes. That's a major screw up. I imagine he doesn't have that job any longer. Begs the question, what would you do if $200 worth of food just dropped outside your door that you didn't order? I guess that's a morality question, isn't it? I guess it depends on what the food is, right? That's usually what people's answers would be. Like, what do you do? Who do you call? Thanks. Okay. So far, so good. You wondered what if a person lived there. It was on December 13th, near Christmas. Yeah. And Merry Christmas. Okay. Nice. So far, so good, I think. I think this is coming out nice. Go. Beautiful. You can imagine $200 worth of food in the fridge or freezer. Yeah. Again, just doing a quality check to make sure that the music's not too loud. No, my voice should be able to be heard. It's over it. If anything, the music might be too soft, but that's okay. It's just for atmospheric vibes. Right on. Okay. Daddy G has joined the giveaway. Nice. Awesome. Okay. I forgot to ask Denny, have you seen Stranger Things at all? No, you haven't seen it. Okay, okay. Kind of where this character's from, so it was a show that was it took 10 years to complete. The kids are all grown up now. I grew up with the show. Time does fly. Nice. Like that better. Sometimes you make changes during, the pencils are a guide, they're not a rule. Right? So sometimes you make some choices with the ink. So it's like, you know what? I think it's going to look better that way than doing it the other way around. Right? The drawing looks really good so far. Oh, thank you, Danny. Appreciate that. Danny, my break is over. Gotta go back to work. Oh, much love. Mwah. Much love, Danny. Don't work too hard. Just hard enough. Awesome. All right, take care. Okay, so let's continue on with the drawing, shall we? Elizabeth says, I'm continuing on with a unique drawing I started earlier. Aw, cool. That's fantastic. Definitely post the results in the Discord if you can. If you end up finishing it. Or even, you know what? It doesn't even have to be finished. It can be a work in progress. A lot of times, it's really nice to see things that are a work in progress. Right on, right on. Okay, we're making good progress here. Get these thick lines in, and then I can start laying in the other thinner lines. More, I guess, more descriptive lines. So far, so good. Nice. So I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to erase a little bit so I can kind of see what I'm doing. So far I'm having. I got to concentrate on making sure the line weights are basically, you know, where you always want to think where the light is, right? The light is essentially coming from the top. And so anything that would be creating a shadow, you want to really create that shadow with the blacks. That's why I put a big dark shadow underneath the chin. And we'll push it even further. To be quite honest. Yeah. And then all of the lines underneath these vine-like things, we want to go really heavy on one side, but light on the other. So bit of a dance. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think I'm about ready to get into the other pens. Nicely done. All right. Next up, I'm going to be using, for those that are following along, I'm going to be using a, is that a 9 or a 6? I think it's, wait. It's a 6. You know why? Because it's up that way. So it's a 6. We're going to use a 6, which is it's got a little bit of line weight to really kind of work our Vecna a little bit more. Yes. Yes, indeed. Now the direction I go in is kind of important. When you're doing some lines. Nice. I do like that. I think that works out quite well. I do like using color a fair bit to kind of do a lot of the work sometimes, but oftentimes, it's nice to kind of get in there with some black inks and really play, right? I don't do it enough, and it's good practice. So I'm going to keep going with it a little bit. And because it's mixed media, I can always do some colors on top. And there's a little bit of things you can do that make it, but they play off each other too. Nice. I want to get these eyes in there. Definitely these eyes that I've seen some things. All right. It reminds me of Swamp Thing in a lot of ways. Very similar. I don't know if I don't know if any of you remember. There was a Man Thing, or no, sorry, a Swamp Thing television show years and years back. It didn't do well. Sweet. Okay. Sweet. Okay, so far so good. We've got these nice lips. Adding a little bit more detail into the face. You see it does, Elizabeth? Oh, awesome. Nice. Okay. So far, so good. Making our way. Oh, that's, yes. That's a pretty good song. Especially for winter. All right, let's do this eyeball here. Essentially, we gotta get this connected here. Some nice snarls, I guess, going on with some of the vines. Wow. Cool. Planet on Alexa. Nice. Slowly getting there. Cool. Lots of little divots and pock marks. Working our way through adding detail to this drawing. Okay. So far, so good. Whew, we're getting there. We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. Let me do a little bit closer view here on the drawing for you guys. I think that's coming together nice. Oh, Luna was barking, Elizabeth? Music seems to calm her down. Or she just didn't want to hear it. Probably a little bit of both. Oh, for people outside. Okay, got it. Nice. Okay. Working on the neck-ish area. Again, some of this, a lot of the heavy lifting with some of this will be done with color. Little divots and stuff like that in it. Do you like how it's kind of flowing though? There we go. Woohoo! All right, so Definitely getting some line weights in there. I mean, I guess we are going to be putting a lot of detail in it. But sometimes color does, again, like a lot of the heavy lifting, right? But still, we got to give some of the line weights some work. You want to kind of create that feeling of ickiness. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to take the smaller pen. And maybe do some other line weight in it, I think is probably a good idea. Let's try and add some of the kind of crackles and stuff like that. So what this is doing is it's going to be adding a little bit of almost like a texture, right? You want to implore a texture on the drawing. Little crackles here and there. And it's one way you can actually re-emphasize the fact that these little tentacles are round, right? Nice. Drawing's coming alive. It's alive. Right. And just by going over it, just by, you know, kind of going, okay, this is a round tentacle. I need to make sure my line is following that contour. You know, you can put in wrinkles and detail. It's got to look like it's belongs, right? Ooh. Okay, so far so good. I find it very strange that my boy has not visited me yet. I don't know. We're monitoring him right now. He had a little bit of an accident on his walk. He bit into a stick, and there was like a little bit of blood on the stick. And you know, we're monitoring him right now. But you know, either he scraped up his mouth or he hurt his tooth, one or the other. So right now he's still eating, so that's a good sign. Still drinking water. Oh, nice, Elizabeth. You're drawing as well? Cool. Nice. I need to be down here next so you guys can see what I'm doing. All right, and then tentacles. Beautiful, beautiful. Nice. Okay, so far so good. Lot of detail to cover. Oh yeah, you saw the. Oh yeah, I threw that in there. It's basically a camera roll of a folder of a bunch of drawings that we did on stream. I think that one technically, I can't remember if I drew that on stream or not, Elizabeth. I don't think I did that one actually on stream. My memory is not what it was. These 5 years that I've been streaming have aged a fair bit. Stephanie. Oh no, do not worry at all. Stephanie, not at all. Do not worry. We've moved on to inking. We're now inking Vecna here. Listen, like nap times are important. No problem. Yeah, here I'll show you how we're doing. See here. We've added a lot more line weight, right? A lot more line weight. It's really coming, really makes it pop out a little bit more. Adding a lot of detail, essentially. Again, so a lot of the colors are going to do a lot of the work, and we're using different size pens. We've had a few past regulars drop by. We had Just Rev in earlier. We had Danny G. so great to see them know that they're doing okay. We were technically supposed to do a Sea of Thieves stream last night, but I needed to fix some OBS stuff because a lot of stuff broke on me, and as you can tell, I had technical issues still. So I needed that time desperately, I guess, more than I even realized. All right, adding this kind of prickly texture. Nice. So far, so good. I normally jump a lot of times straight from pencil somewhat to color. I find I tend to ignore the inking process. And I kind of wanted to really hit the inking today to just try to, A, I need more practice, and B, I think it'd be really neat to see what colors do on top of it, right? Nice. Okay. Whew. Nice. Okay. That is working well. We are slowly making our inevitable progress. Go. We've been adjusting to our kind of timetable. It has been incredibly nice to have SAR actually come home every night. That's a huge change for us. For the last couple of years, we've been kind of living apart, just for work. She was on the mainland and I was on the island, and it was hard. It was hard to do, but necessary. And she's started a new job here on the island and is adjusting. You can start thinking of this place as home, finally, which is refreshing. And I just find it's incredible. I have a way more time with her than I ever did. We actually get to eat dinner together, and it's awesome. We splurged a bit on Valentine's. Took her to a place where she got some meat, and it was way more than we could eat. So we ended up having seconds, big doggy bags. But it has been, again, a really kind of big change in lifestyle for us to be able to have her home. And, yeah, cool. It's, I didn't realize how down in spirits I was due to it. I mean, it's unfair for me to bring it up to her because there was nothing she could do about it. It was just a fact of life. But now that I'm experiencing it, it's kind of like, now I'm like, man, I was not in a happy place. But I'm happy to say that she's so far loving the new job. So it's too early, right? It's only been a couple weeks, so I guess this is technically the third week. Yeah. All right, how we doing here? How we doing? Let's back this up a bit. Did I hit it once too many times? I guess I did. There we go. Zoom out a little bit so we can kind of see what's going on. Okay, we got the veins. Going up the... Nice. Cool. Nice. All right. I am a little worried about backup though. We're gonna monitor him. He's you know, God forbid he broke a tooth, or not broke a tooth, but cracked a tooth. You know, from what I can tell, it's just the gum line is has some scrapes, so we'll see. But he's been really moody in the sense of like he's not his normal happy-go-lucky self. So clearly he got hurt, and he's kind of in a protective mode. Still eating, which is good. But we gotta monitor it. If it continues, or if he stops, I mean, we may have to take him to the vet. But in order to examine him, we'd have to go under, which sucks. It sucks. I don't want to do that. But so right now we're just monitoring him. He should be visiting me, and I don't know why he's not here yet. He's I guess he's just wants to sleep. Yeah, I hope he feels better too. Hey, Buckbeak! Buck! Join the giveaway. Doing Vecna from Stranger Things. How you doing? Are you excited for Scream 7? Have you already seen it? When was the release date? Was it the 17th? When is the release date? I should look that up. What did I just do? February 27th. Okay, it's in 9 days. 9 days. 9 days. Cool. Nice. It's one of those things that you don't want to get spoiled for yourself, right? My goodness. Hail, Stephanie. All right. So far, so good. We're making good progress on this. Setting ourselves up for success with the coloring aspect of it. Should be good. Like I said, I feel for the actor who had to wear the prosthetics for this, but pretty cool design. Pretty creepy. Nice. Okay. Ooh. I feel like some of the line weights are kind of getting lost here, but I don't want to confuse where these things are coming from, but I can add a little bit of line weight to some of these kind of crackles. Again, I think it's kind of important that we put in a little bit of some of the shading as well. Kind of keep that consistent. Nice. Stephanie's asking, do I have unclaimed drawings? Yeah, I do have a full list of drawings that are available. It's in my link on YouTube. I can there's just like a Google sheet that has all of it, and then there's a couple of the dragons featured on Fourth Wall. There's a couple there, only a few, but I think I've listed everything. You're talking about unclaimed drawings from giveaways. Let me see if I can find it for you. And I'll drop it in the chat. I don't think I have it as a hyperlink note, so I'll have to look at. One quick sec. Original art for sale list. There's a Google sheet there. I'll copy that over for you. I'll drop it in the chat. Oh, come on. Grab this. There we go. Okay, I found it. You're glad Sydney's Prescott is back. Yes. That hyperlink should take you to the Google Doc. Right there. Okay, perfect. All right. Let me see if I can. All right, let's play. Let's do a little bit of oh, that's right. I was doing line weights, wasn't I? Yes. I was usually a piece of paper next to me so that I've got a way to test out a pen. Not that it's gonna really leak or anything like that, but beautiful. Again, I tend to use color in a way to kind of mask my lack of inking skills rather than practicing inking. And that's the wrong way to go about it. I need more practice, and that's kind of what this is about. Doing more practice, adding a little bit more detail, and you know, it's okay to cover it up with a little bit of color. You put some color on it, and yeah, you're good to go. Buck says it doesn't hurt that Kevin Williamson's involved once again too. Oh yes, kind of a return to form, eh? All right. Yeah, a lot of the color is going to do a lot. Yeah, you're gonna be going dark. Buck's going dark until he gets to see it and experience it. Wise. I've done that with certain like video games and stuff like that too, and movies. It's like I cannot go on the internet until I see this thing. Otherwise, it's gonna be spoiled. Yep. There used to be an unwritten rule, but not anymore. People will spoil anything. All right. Beautiful. Nice and inked. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take an eraser, and I'm just going to erase. Actually, I'm going to use my kneaded eraser. I'm going to just knead it out a bit, and I'm going to erase certain bits so that I can see it a little bit better with the ink, and know where my highlights I want to put on for when we color this thing. I don't mind there to be a little bit of shadow in places where we want it. But like the brightest point should be the top of the head and the chin. Maybe maybe we'll do some bright points down here as if the light's hitting from under the chin. But again, this is all going to be done with color when we get to it. And we will get to it. Years ago when Logan came out, it got spoiled for you in the weirdest way. A picture of a cosmic brownie. Buck, were you eating magic brownies? Did you partake? Yeah, I was more like I think I was the same way with like Deadpool and Wolverine. I didn't want to know the cameos, and so I kind of dodged it. Spoilers for games like The Last of Us Part 2 and those kind of things. I kind of didn't want to have it ruined for myself, so. might do some light behind his head. So I might do that. I haven't decided on the colors yet. We will decide on that soon enough. That'll be a fun part of the drawing. But so far so good. I think this is kind of come across very, very well. I do like the way this is looking. Taking our time with it, and I think we are in a good spot for when we want to color it. To be honest, maybe down the line here. Kind of go. Nice. A cosmic brownie is one of those little Debbie cakes. That's what we have in America. I don't know what they're in Canada or not. Cosmic brown. Oh, is it like a Twinkie type thing? It's like a Hostess cake. Cosmic brownie. It's like, yeah, because I know the Hostess Twinkies, and they've got a whole bunch of different snowballs and tuxedo things and the classic Twinkie. I can't say I've had a cosmic brownie though. All right, guys. Man, I am I can't get used to this shutting streams down early, you know? It's pretty much a dessert, yeah, for sure. Big sugary snack. Oh man. I appreciate everyone that dropped by tonight. Today, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are. I appreciate you big time. I thank you guys for being here. Again, we're doing a different kind of method to our streams. I have to protect this guy. I can't push it. If I push it for too long, it's bad. I need to give it breaks, and it's not fair for me to expect you guys to wait another hour for me to be able to draw again. So, I don't know. So far, the ink has been laid down. The shadows got a little bit darker. The lines are permanent, right? Vecna is starting to emerge in this page, but we're not finished yet. We are closer. If you have not entered the giveaway yet, this is giveaway number 269. Make sure you do, just by typing !time in the chat. No matter what platform you're on, you can enter. You can completely, it's 100% free. All right, so I implore you, drop your links of your art if you're working on any art, or if you've got works in progress, or you got something. Drop it in the Discord. I'd love to see it. It's don't ever think your art's not good enough to post. It's all in the eye of the beholder and all that. But all I gotta say is keep building, keep experimenting. Protect your hands, protect your wrist, play the long game. But the art streams are back, and we're evolving. Right? Thank you guys for being here. Love you all. May all your hits be criticals, and your art adventures